recipe. It's a 3-ingredient salad dressing, but none of those ingredients are oil. We have our 3 ingredients all ready here. The first one is apple cider vinegar. I have a big bottle of this around. I actually love adding some of it to my water. It's kind of like a nice refreshing drink in the summer, but what I mostly use it for is salad dressings. So it's a little fruity, a little tart, but it's this really nice in between compared to a lot of other vinegars which might lean one way or another. Next ingredient is honey. So a lot of salad dressings don't have anything sweet in them, and often I go that route, but it's actually really nice to have a sweet contrast if you're putting in a savory application like a salad, especially if there's something fatty and savory like cheese or meat. Honey is a really nice contrast to that. So whatever honey you have around will be great, and if you don't happen to have honey, maple syrup could work. The salad dressing would be a little bit thinner, but you can balance that out with the other ingredients. The last ingredient is one of my favorite ingredients. It is white miso. So compared to red miso, white miso is a lot mellower. It's a little less salty up front, and it's gonna kind of blend into the background more. So in the case of the salad dressing, that is a perfect ingredient because it's almost like our foundation. The miso adds a ton of texture to our salad dressing, but at the same time, it also adds a ton of awesome flavor. So the ratio of the salad dressing is very easy to remember, which is the whole point. 1 part miso, 1 part honey, 1 part vinegar. This gives you a really nice foundation to start with. I love the balance of that, but depending on what you are using the dressing for, maybe it is for a vegetable platter, maybe it's just for a salad, maybe it's for lettuce wraps. You can adjust the balance from there. What is the 1 part? It could be a tablespoon, it could be a 1/4 cup. It's really how much dressing do you need. You could also make a bigger batch of dressing, stick it in the fridge, and then use it all week. That's a really nice thing to do on the weekends. And then you have something that will bump up a lot of your meals. I have this great little silicone flexible spatula. It seemed way too small when I first got it, but it's actually so handy for tiny little things like this when you have a small space and you need to scoop things out. All our 3 ingredients are in the bowl. My baby spatula has done her job. So now I'm gonna switch to my other favorite kitchen tool, my baby whisk. So to give you some perspective on how tiny this whisk is, this is like a totally normal, not oversized whisk. And this is my baby whisk. All right. The salad dressing has been smooth for so long. I just keep whisking it. All right, our salad dressing is pretty smooth at this point, so we are ready to taste it. Whenever I'm tasting a salad dressing for seasoning, I like to use something more akin to the context where it's gonna end up being served. So I'm gonna check my fridge and we'll find something that we can use to test the seasoning. Cucumber. So I have my tasting spoon, which is actually a cucumber. But I think I want it a tiny bit saltier. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of miso. So I'm whisking in a little more miso, and now is probably a good time to tell you how I'm gonna be using the salad dressing today. I'm actually putting it toward another big little recipe that we made last year. So it is a simple salad with grilled cheese croutons, which are just as good as they sound and very easy. Basically just make a grilled cheese, chop it up into bite-sized, crouton-sized pieces, and then sprinkle them over the top. All right, so I'm ready to build my grilled cheese sandwiches. Here I have a loaf of bread that I made the other week, sliced and stuck in the freezer. It's actually another recipe from our site, Alexandra Stafford's Genius No Knead Peasant Bread. So for the cheese, I have Munster. which melts really well and has like a kind of tangy flavor. It was my favorite cheese when I was a kid. I would always get a slice from the deli counter when I was with my mom shopping. So I'm just gonna build the sandwiches. I don't need to tell you how to do that. All right, so while our pan is warming up, I'm gonna grab the lettuce for our salad. So I'm just using some baby arugula, which is one of my favorite salad greens. It's really peppery and it has a nice toothsomeness to its texture, but this dressing is super flexible. It will go with pretty much whatever lettuce you have around. All right, so our pan is hot. It's starting to smoke just a very small amount. So I'm gonna get in our sandwich. Okay, so it has a tiny little sizzle. That's a great sign. So I am just going to stick a lid on top of the grilled cheese. This helps it get nice and gooey and melty and kind of encourages that head start on the first side. All right, so I am just making a salad for myself for lunch. So I'm just gonna add like a couple big handfuls of arugula. That looks great. My arugula is in its nice big bowl. I'm gonna give the salad dressing just a quick whisk in case anything started to separate. And so usually I will toss a salad dressing with my hands. It just gives you a nice feel of how the lettuce is coated. In this case, because it's a very honey heavy dressing, a lot of it would just end up sticking to my hands and I would be, you know, taking it away from the arugula. So I'm just gonna grab a couple forks. Actually, I'll grab some spoons from 5-2. I'll do it again. Okay, let's just keep going. Okay, so this looks great. I think that's perfect, actually. I can totally taste all the flavors of the dressing, but the arugula isn't too weighed down. All right, so the grilled cheese looks great. At this point, I'm gonna get it out of the pan. Let it cool for just a few seconds on the cutting board. If we cut into it right away, the cheese would be like molten lava. It would go all over our cutting board when I really want it all over my salad. So I'm just gonna give it a second here to hang out. So I have all these melty, gooey, adorable grilled cheese croutons, and we're gonna sprinkle them on top of the salad. All right, our grilled cheese croutons are on the salad. We wanna eat it while they're still warm. I'm just gonna do a tiny bit more dressing on top, and that'll make them taste even better. All right, our salad is all ready to serve up. Our big little recipe for 3-ingredient miso dressing is on Food 52. If you want to see more recipes and videos like this, come say hi to me on Instagram, like this video, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and I'll see you next time.